I ride public transit in Washington State, and okay, it's not like New York, but it's pretty good. I have, in a month and a half, I was sucker punched on the bus on the 124, and I don't fault the driver for being afraid of the criminal who hit me in the face, who was bothering other people on the bus, and who ran off the bus when I asked for the police and a ambulance. Turned out my nose was broken. I rode on another bus, the 101, and had my cart with some things on it, and the man tried to insist on sitting there, even though there were seats in the bus. He tried to argue with me and say he was older, and I turned out to be older than him. A young friend who was sitting where seniors and the disabled sit. I use a cane, by the way. Also started arguing with me. A nice young man sitting next to the young man who was trying to bully me because his friend had to have that seat next to me instead of sitting in another empty chair. Now, the bus driver didn't do anything at that time either, and I don't blame her. It's getting terrible riding the buses in Washington State and Seattle. It's getting dangerous. It's not quite as dangerous as driving a car in Washington State, because there are some pretty bad drivers. I have a driver's license, and I'm afraid to drive a car in Washington State. But needless to say, I shouldn't be harassed on the bus. I shouldn't have been struck on a city bus, and drivers shouldn't be fearful. They're fearful because the police don't respond quickly enough in Washington State, in Seattle, where I live. A bus driver can wait a half hour or more for the police to show up to get rid of a customer who isn't behaving properly on the public transportation. And this shouldn't happen. It's not enough that it's a federal offense to strike a driver. The police should be there in a reasonable amount of time to protect the drivers and the riding passengers against those who commit criminal acts on public transportation. I'm doing this because it seems the politicians don't care. We need public transportation to work, and the only way it's going to work is that every bus has a camera to record that works properly, and that the police respond within 15 minutes. That's not unreasonable to demand. And I'm wondering, is there any lawyer out there? I'm not really looking for money that I could use new teeth. But outside of that, I don't really care. I just want to improve the riding safety of the people who ride public transportation, and that the drivers of those buses are properly protected from criminal acts against the riding public and them. I don't think that's unreasonable. And I feel the only recourse is to sue. So, people are protected riding public transportation. The drivers are protected because it's not really their job to be a policeman on the buses. So I hope there are people out there who will hear this, who will also band with me and sue the government here into doing the things that should be done to protect the riding public and the drivers. Was that law group? If somebody from them hears this, call me. Contact me. I'm not looking for money. I'm just looking for justice for all the riding public in Seattle, Washington, and for the drivers. Thank you.